Hello and welcome to BCIT Magazine. I'm Blaine Sayers.
And I'm Sarah Gray. In the Philippines, the death toll continues to rise following last week's massive typhoon. Desperation is also growing due to slow international aid. 2,200 people are confirmed dead, and that number is only expected to grow. British Columbians can help typhoon victims by making a donation to the Red Cross at www.redcross.ca. Community centers across Vancouver have teamed up with the Red Cross to fund typhoon relief. Hillcrest Park is one of the many community centers placing donation boxes on their front desks.
And we are now joined by reporter Sarah Gray. Sarah, what was the reaction to the pipeline deal?
Well, Renell, there's already been a lot of pushback on the issue. The Council of Canadians, for example, is disappointed by the agreement. They say that Clark is not listening to her constituents. They say that a majority of her constituents don't want a pipeline. I also spoke with CRED BC, a nonpartisan economic development group. They question the job numbers and economic benefit of a pipeline in BC. They say that the provincial government's numbers will end up being much less than expected. Back to you.
We're now joined by reporter Sarah Gray. So Sarah, with all the shopping going on, there comes another concern. Vancouver police are worried about parking lot theft. What can you tell us about this problem?
Right, well, Blanca, shoppers are being warned not to leave purchases in parked cars. The Vancouver police actually demonstrated that it takes about a minute to smash a window and grab valuables out of a parked car. Some stores in malls will hold your purchases behind the counter so that you don't have to leave them in a vehicle unattended. Blanca?
Great advice, Sarah. Do you have any other tips for keeping purchases safe this holiday season?
Sure, so there's some common sense tips like parking in well-lit areas, preferably with a parking attendant. But one tip that I haven't heard before actually is to put a sign on your dashboard that says you have no valuables in your car. Could be a deterrent. Back to you. Now, Vancouver's West End is having its own Black Friday in the hopes of keeping shoppers local. I went to downtown's Fine Finds to learn more. I'm here at Burnaby City Hall where pet store owners have just been told that they're allowed to sell puppies and kittens in their stores. The issue has been hotly debated for the past 2 years when a delegation brought it to council. Animal advocates believe that selling puppies in stores leads to the propagation of puppy mills. The students here at BCIT are learning real-life job skills. At third year, they can diagnose problems in cars and send their customers away satisfied. Canadian Blood Services says blood is in you to give. But since the AIDS scare in the 1970s and 80s, donor doors have been closed to some Canadians.
I'm married to a man from West Africa. We've been married for a year and a half. We've been together for 7 years. I'm born and raised in this country, and there's nothing I can do. I can't donate blood whatsoever. I feel like it has to be a discriminatory issue because they're not specifying regions. They're not saying specific countries. I mean, if my husband's been here for 15 years, and he can get transfusions if, should he need be, why can't he donate? Then why can't I donate? I feel like it's discriminatory.
These denim outfits may be small in size, but they're for a big cause. They're made by volunteers with the Burnaby Go-Go's. The group chose their name Go-Go's, which means grandmothers in Zulu, to honor the women taking care of children orphaned by AIDS.
Grandmothers to Grandmothers campaign is a really nice fit for us. Hannah, who's one of the members in our group, has said, the worst thing that could happen to anyone who has children or grandchildren is that their children would die. The women we're dealing with in Africa have all lost their children.
BCIT's auto shop opened up for the school staff and students this week. From spark plugs to oil changes to getting lemons back on the road, the students in the auto service technician program do it all. Third years are assigned to intake cars, diagnose problems, and make the necessary repairs.
We are running the Ford Asset Term 3 Auto Clinic, so we're all in our third term of study in the automotive program here. Just as some real-life experience, we take in vehicles that need attention here at the school, and we have our third-term students who are just about to graduate diagnose and repair the customer's problems.
The The students here at BCIT are learning real-life job skills. At third year, they can diagnose problems in cars and send their customers away satisfied.
We charge for the parts and $10 an hour for shop supplies to cover minor expenses that we incur in the shop. So technically we don't charge labor. A shop will usually charge about $120 an hour for labor. But we're certainly not in competition with the shops around.
Because it's a learning environment, many of the students are happy to discuss what went wrong with your car and why, for a fraction of the price. The shop opens its doors for one day near the end of each semester. Sarah Gray in Burnaby for BCIT Magazine.